Ready to elevate your painting skill and create stunning semi-abstract art? Join me in this video where you'll discover how to use different tools and transparent colors to transform your paintings. Get ready to unlock a world of creative with my innovative techniques. Stay tuned until the end for the special tip on how to delve deeper into the magic of transparent colors. If you are interested, stick around. Just isolating the sky. I start from the sky first. So I'm just picking up all the colors, which is only 3 colors I'm using in this case. Using burnt amber, ultramarine blue and titanium white. And this is how I start doing the sky first. And obviously I'm using the Liquin original. Just very simple technique, just using your palette knife to apply the paint on the panel. And I always use paper towel as well with the blending the sky. Like you can see, it's get that little subtle sky movement on the top, and just a little bit more gray, just a little bit, not too much, just to put a little bit couple gray clouds on the top as well. And then I'm using the titanium white, always blended after the tapping those marks on the sky, the clouds in this case, and then you just blend it, and again paper towel as well. It just gives that nice natural look of the sky. This easy way to do the clouds, and then always blend it obviously after that when you have tapped those clouds on the top. Now we are just getting ready for the next day for the colors. This time I'm using a little bit more colors, and which is titanium white, burnt amber, yellow ochre, and Diarylide yellow actually, and cadmium red. For cadmium red and yellow we make it orange color, because our Australian colors are very orange, burnt amber colors. So I'm gonna use those. They are very, very bright in the sunset, especially. You have seen the S-Rock when it shines that very red color. So we have very red mountains here as well. And green ones, obviously we got the rainforest, which is covered mountains in my region. But when you go to the bushland like outback Australia, you can start seeing the very orangey colors. Adding up with my palette knife the orange colors first, and then I'm using the burnt amber, yellow ochre as well. Just adding up a little bit more shade and just randomly doing it. Obviously the focus on in the right hand side, I put the brighter colors of the mountain, and then on the left hand side I put a little bit more shade colors like burnt amber and mixed with yellow ochre. Just randomly, because it's just fun to do it this way. You don't have to think about too much. You just add up, and then just gently blend it. You can use your paper towel as well to get those marks. And now I'm just adding up the titanium white with a little bit yellow ochre. Your palette knife to apply the paint. And again, I'm just mixing up more paint. I don't mix too much paint at first because I know the paint can be a little bit expensive, so you don't want to waste it too much. You can buy cheaper paints, but they got less pigment and they got more fillers in paint, so they are not as bright and all that. And thing is, with good quality paint, you can it actually lasts longer because it got more pigment, and you have to add up more like titanium white to tone it down a little bit. So I recommend to have a good quality paint so you get used to it, and each little tube takes long time before you have to buy another one. So transparent colors come into technique is that when you paint very lightly, everything is very light, and then you can add up your colors on the top, the light painting what you have created, and it does give that beautiful outcome of the whole painting when you can do the glazing and afterwards when the painting is all dried. And that's what I'm doing here now. I'm just keeping very light colors, I would say, and this way you can just do the glazing afterwards. I'm just doing the reflection for the river now, and just trying to use the same colors what is above the river, except on the left hand side I'm using a little bit darker colors, which is olive green actually. Just adding up the highlights a little bit for that rock wall there. The next day coming up, and I left that dry. The painting is totally dry, so I use all these transparent colors. Even burnt amber is transparent color as well. Burnt sienna, I like that burnt sienna because give that orange color. But here I'm using at the moment is the burnt amber. And using tape if you want to, not necessary, because I found that it's not necessary to use the paint. Masking tape, the painter's masking tape, which is the blue colored tape. Only what I'm using here now to keep the highlight, while the darker colors on the bottom of that mountains now. So I'm just adding up, and again using your paper towel to get those bit of effects, and I'm tapping it up as well, blending it. And using your soft blending brush as well to make it a little bit more softer, transparent. And I'm just using the transparent colors now just to get the mountain a little bit more effects and pushing it. Like you can see here, I push that burnt amber a little bit more darker. Those layers, like in the mountains, they have those mountain layers, what they call it. Mountains are ready, and now I'm starting that rock wall there and put some burnt amber, darker colors first, and then with your palette knife. I like working on the palette knife because I get more paint on the panel. And now I'm using just tapping up with my paper towel, and now I'm adding the burnt sienna, which is a little bit more orange. I'm blending brush and using the paper towel as well if I wanna wipe it off a little bit. And I'm just adding up a little bit more the burnt sienna on my reflection of the mountain as well, and olive green on the other side as well. And now I'm just on the distance, I'm tapping those distant push for trees, and using a little bit of my blending brush as well to get those grass effects as well. And this is one way to do it. I mean, you can do it with your brush as well, but I find it just gives that little bit different effects. And now I'm just wiping that underneath the bush. Let's give that a bit of a highlight where the trees are. And then I get a little bit more closer, and the trees are getting a little bit bigger, and then I wipe it underneath again, like you can see here. Gives that bit of a feel effects. Now I'm just adding up a little bit more titanium white, and it's mixed with titanium white and yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is very it's an opaque color actually. It's not transparent color. It's with the espresso titanium white, because it does cover the whole whatever is underneath. But with the rough brush, you can get those cross fields looking good. And now I'm just adding up a little bit, couple trees on the field. Just tapping up again olive green. I like the olive green. It's my favorite color for the trees. Especially in Australia, it's very Australian colors, and when you tap up a little bit more yellow on the top, it just turns exactly it's the colors what Australia trees, the leaves are, gum trees and so on. And here I'm just doing the technique, bit of a texture on the tree trunk. And this is how you can get that using your palette knife to get your tree trunk bit of a more texture on it, using the masking tape as well, so you can just add up a little bit more thicker paint on it. And now I'm just doing the branches. I don't always do this way. Sometimes I do the leaves at first and then I do the branches, but I find it this way is probably one of the easiest way. This the opaque, semi-opaque, transparent. If you're using the Winsor Newton colors, and like in this case it was all French, but you can see on those square boxes if it's opaque, which is full black, and then you got that middle which is semi-opaque, and transparent is just an open little box. Yeah, I'm just finalizing my little outback farm. Up more transparent colors on the bright side of the painting using sienna, burnt sienna, which is very transparent color, and pushing with my paper towel as well, get those marks using burnt amber as well. And if you have been following this far, I really appreciate your time. It's very precious, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye now.